Hello YouTube, it's Spoliers321 here, back with 20 plus things you probably missed in the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl trailer. So before we get started, don't forget to destroy that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new for more awesome Pokemon content. Let's get into it. So, the new trailer just came out for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl as part of the Pokemon Presents. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my reaction video for the Pokemon Presents. But there's a lot of information that was shown in the trailer as well as the explanation, and even more information was added on the website, but a lot of it did actually get overlooked. So in today's video, I'll be pointing out some of the things that you might have missed. So let's dive right in. So number one is going to be the graphics in the overworld, which changed quite a bit. They got a lot more sharp, and they just overall look a lot better in my opinion, especially with the roofs on the town and the flowers in the meadow. Additionally, they even made them better in the battles as well, as was hinted at in the Switch OLED trailer, which came out a bit of time ago. Next up, we have the scene where Lucas and Barry are by the lake towards the beginning of the game, and you can see that Lucas doesn't actually have his hat on, which implies that maybe there'll be some customization options almost right away in the game, which would actually be kind of cool. That's really interesting. Next up, as they go through, they show different scenes, and one of those scenes is the marsh, where you can see Dawn standing in the middle of one of the areas. And actually, if you compare that against the Diamond and Pearl Marsh, as well as the Platinum Marsh, it matches up perfectly with the Marsh in Diamond and Pearl, but doesn't with the Platinum one. So it does look like these games are remakes of Diamond and Pearl, and not as much Platinum as people were hoping, because a lot of speculation was that they were going to integrate Platinum elements into these remakes, but as of right now, it does seem like they're really focusing on remaking Diamond and Pearl specifically. So, moving forward, they show, of course, that Pokemon will be able to follow you in the overworld, which is something that people have been asking for a long time, and I'm really glad that they're adding this back now, especially after they gave it to us in the Crown Tundra. However, one thing that you might not have noticed is in the battle right afterwards, it shows Dawn pointing her Pokemon out in a very similar fashion to in the Isle of Armor and Crown Tundra, how you point out your first Pokemon, because that's the one that's going to be let out in battle first, but also the one that's following you. So this implies that maybe you won't be able to choose the Pokemon that is outside the Pokeball. Maybe it will just be the first Pokemon in your party. So that would be interesting. Moving right along, one specific scene of Pokemon following you has caught my attention, which is the Piplup scene. Here, Piplup can be seen making a rounded turn towards the character, which is quite interesting because in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the Pokemon would follow you directly behind you and just at the same speed, in the same direction, exactly, just follow right there, just pretty much copy your movements a few seconds late. But here, it appears that the Pokemon just has an AI that tells it to go straight towards you. And if you look at the footage of Pokemon following you, it does appear that they have speeds, which is interesting. So it looks like it's somewhere in between Pokemon following you in the Crown Tundra versus and the Isle of Armor, and Pokemon following you in Let's Go, where in Let's Go is just directly behind you, and no elements of speed or anything like that. Okay, moving along, they show how stickers on the ball capsule are coming back to the new Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. But what they don't actually show in the trailer is that you're going to have two options for editing it, which is shown on the website. Option number one is going to be the 3D version, which is shown, where you can put stickers all over your ball capsule in any way you want. But then the second option is going to be a simplified version, which is meant to look more like the Diamond and Pearl customization screen, where it's a 2D version. So I find that quite interesting, and I wonder how like it's going to work if you want to switch between the two, and like how the game is going to be able to process two completely different styles of editing the ball capsule. So moving along, they show the style shop where you'll be able to buy customizations for your character. And this is actually going to be replacing the old game corner because they did want to make the rating for younger children. So unfortunately, that's something that had to go bye-bye. And then staying on the topic of style customizations, when it's shown in the trailer, it appears like there might just be styles. You won't be able to pick your hat something different, your gloves something different, shirt something different. It looks like it might be just styles, not individual articles of clothing that you might be able to customize. But it could just be that they showed the style option because the other ones aren't ready yet. However, this does look interesting, and it's worth thinking about a little bit. Then moving right along, they show the contests, which are an interesting thing that they're returning. It was in Gen 3 as well, in the Gen 3 remakes. That's where I know it from. And in those games, I'm pretty sure it was the same in Diamond and Pearl as well, but it was a contest like against other people. However, as it's shown in the trailer and as said on the website, it says you'll be pretty much playing it together with 4 people, not against 4 people, together. So does this mean contests are going to become collaborative events where like you have to work with other people to get high scores? That would definitely be an interesting shakeup to the idea of the contest. So I'm interested to see how that goes on. So moving along again, they move towards the underground, and they show the character running around a bit. However, what they don't show, but do show on the website, is that this is going to, in fact, be online. You will be able to see other people. From what they show in the picture on the website, which I have on screen, it does look a little bit like the wild area and the people riding their bikes around the wild area. So it'll be interesting to see whether you have to specifically connect with a friend to have them running around with you, or whether they're just, like people in the wild area. And then one thing interesting is that they mentioned how you can change the Pokemon that spawn in the little areas in the underground, the Pokemon hideaways, by changing the statues that you have in your secret base. But they actually ended up giving more information than they really went over. In the bottom right hand corner of the secret base is this little ball on a pedestal, which actually lights up in 3 different colors that was shown, a grayish white, a red, and a blue. And in each of those different scenes, in the white scene, the majority of the Pokemon, or at least like half, tied or half, are normal types. Then in the red one, at least half are fire types, or the most amount out of them. And then for the blue one, it's water types. And for the blue one, they actually show that it's saying that this means that water type Pokemon will spawn more in the Pokemon hideaway. So it looks like whatever Pokemon take up, like whatever statues type you have the most of, that little ball is going to be how you see which Pokemon are going to spawn. And maybe different size statues, or even those green jade statues, might have different weights. So like the tiny little statues might only have like 1 point, but the big ones might be 3 points, and whichever type has the most points are maybe the ones that's boosted. Or maybe even multiple types could be boosted, like a 50% boost to fire types, a 20% boost to water types, and like 30% boost to grass types if you have a mix of fire, water, and grass. So that's yet to be seen, but it looks really, really cool. Moving along, it shows that the actual Pokemon hideaways and how Pokemon are going to be in the overworld. So this is like the Safari Zone Let's Go thing that people have been talking about, like that before Diamond and Pearl remakes were announced, how maybe they could make Mount Coronet into some sort of a wild area. So they did that instead with the underground, and it looks amazing. So Pokemon are going to be spawning in the overworld, it appears, and you can walk into them, and it just looks great. The only thing, though, is the sizes, unfortunately, look exactly the same for pretty much every Pokemon. That's like the one good thing they introduced in Sword and Shield in the wild area, but it's going backwards. I mean, it's a small thing. It's not a big deal, but it's worth pointing out. The biggest example of this is Onix and I believe Graveler, shown in the trailer. Onix is looks like a worm. But moving along, some of those Pokemon are actually not in the Sinnoh Dex. Biggest example is Houndoom. Yay, more fire types in Sinnoh. Let's go. But yeah, and as well, Munchlax, which used to be incredibly hard to get in Sinnoh. So it does look like this underground hideaways wild area is going to allow you to get a whole bunch of Pokemon that would have otherwise been very difficult to obtain in Sinnoh. Again, moving along with the underground, they show a little mini-map in the top left-hand corner of the screen. And then on the website, they also show a huge map that encompasses all of Sinnoh, which actually points out that there are multiple different areas, different labyrinths of passageways in the underground that are not connected. I think there were 5 different ones shown in the full map on the website. However, the mini maps shown in the trailer do not match up very well with the full maps shown on the website. So it looks like one of those is a beta and not accurate. I'm assuming that's most likely the map on the website, which is just meant to show the idea of how there's multiple different areas. But that's yet to be seen. So moving on from the underground, we have the Team Galactic Hideout, which matches up much better, again, with the Diamond and Pearl version of the Hideout versus the Pokemon Platinum version. So more evidence to show that these are remakes of Pokemon Diamond and Pokemon Pearl, not Pokemon Platinum. So again, it's another thing to point out that it's a little bit disappointing that they're not introducing more Platinum features, but again, faithful remakes. And along with Team Galactic is that one piece of text I'm sure caught all of your attention. Now all will end and all will begin. So besides the ominous feel of that, if you look carefully at the way it's written, it's an exact inverse of the text that had been shown previously. I'll have both of them up on the screen, and then me inverting both of those if future me can figure out how to edit that together. But yeah, they're exact inverses. And in the lore of Pokemon of the Sinnoh region, there's the regular world, and then there's the distortion or inverse world. So, could this be a little bit of a teaser towards a Platinum Distortion World episode? It's a bit of a stretch, but I mean, I don't know. It's interesting, and again, all will begin and all will end, something like that. I don't know. It just sounds awesome. It makes me really excited for the game. Again, later they show some scenes where cut trees and rock climb rocks are shown, which means that in some form HMs might be returning. However, it's possible they could do something like what they did in Let's Go, where it was secret techniques, or in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, where it was ride Pokemon. It could be some workaround like that, maybe they give you an item to a climbing kit, rock smasher of some sort, a saw, I guess, to cut, or an axe to cut down the trees. But again, we'll have to wait and see on that. But some form of HM or HM similar thing were shown in the trailer. And then a map of the Sinnoh region in Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl was also shown, I believe, on the website. And if you zoom in very much on the top right-hand corner of this map, you can see that unfortunately our fears were confirmed. The battle frontier is no more. It appears that it's been replaced with some kind of like battle tower or something, which makes sense, like the Sword and Shield battle tower. So yeah, it looks like we are getting that as the post-game battling area. And finally, I'd like to show that they are giving out a free Manaphy as pretty much an early purchase bonus via the mystery gift feature, which is returning to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. It's mentioned only on the website, I believe. So yeah, this is the first time we are able to obtain Manaphy in a long time, and it's a mythical Pokemon that allows you to get as many of Fion, which is a whole nother mythical Pokemon, as you want. So that looks absolutely awesome. I can't wait to get another Manaphy. Or well, actually, I don't even have one. So my first Manaphy. But yeah, guys, I want to hear your thoughts on these upcoming games as well. What are you guys most looking forward to? And is there anything in this video that I missed? Please let me know in the comment section down below. If there is something, I'll make sure to pin it so that everyone can see. I will have my analysis video for Pokemon Legends Arceus also coming out in the next couple of days, depending on how long it takes me to edit this video. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed and found this helpful and are super excited for these new games, please don't forget to drop a like and consider subscribing to the channel if you're new for more awesome Pokemon content. Thanks so much to all of you guys for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.